Hey everybody, welcome back to the Calibrate Tools and DIY channel. Just jumping on here, 7 o'clock every Tuesday. Come on in the chat. Come on, say hi. Come on in. Let's talk about it, guys. This is a very important subject. I think it comes first all the time, no matter what you do, right? Safety first. Safety first, guys. It's holiday season. It's holiday season. I'm going to let some of you guys come on in before I dive deep into the subject. Hopefully, my thumbnail gets your attention and you click on the video and you click on the live. I tried to find the right images to put back there, so some kind of eye-catching image will help to get you coming on in and joining. Calibrate Tools and DIY, guys. We're dedicated to teaching you about tools and all things DIY, and that's why we exist. Matter of fact, I want to read my mission statement. Hey, Chantel. Chantel Love's in the house. How you doing, Chantel? Glad to have you. Glad to have you, Chantel. Chantel, I'm going to wait for some more, people to come on in before we dive deeper into the subject matter. If you are new to the channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. We got some good content. But I want to read you the mission statement why Calibrate exists. Okay, we exist. Calibrate. Okay, Calibrate Tools and DIY, the YouTube arm of what we do. We exist to pretty much educate. Okay, educate you, provide you resources on all things home improvement DIY. Okay, that's what we're about. The Waffle 2, hey, how you doing? You like the Christmas tree back there? Yeah, it's that's a nice one. I like it too. Hopefully, like I said, I try to find things to catch people's attention, and I'm glad it caught you guys' attention because you came on in, and I appreciate the love. Appreciate you coming on and support. Thank you very much. Hey, Perry Girl Life Notes, how you doing? Hey, are you ready for the holidays? That's my question to you guys. Are you guys ready for the holidays? Holiday season is upon us. I think it's in about a week or so. Everybody celebrates different, I guess, different, how should I say it? People have different types of celebrations depending on where you come from, right? You got Kwanzaa, you got Christmas, you got Hanukkah, all that stuff. All right, guys. So yeah, we're going to talk about something very important, but I really want to read the mission statement of Calibrate and why we exist. Okay, I really think it sums up why I come on here every week to talk to you guys, to get to know you guys, and all that. But we exist. Okay, we exist to provide you with convenience, education, and resources for all DIY projects for home, office, and minor construction sites. From home decor to toolkits and digital products, you will find basic solutions and services to help you improve your spaces. Yes, I did read that from my website. Okay, from the website. All right, calibrate.com. Guys, go check out calibrate.com. Join the email list. We got more stuff for you. Matter of fact, go grab the free checklist. We got a free checklist for you on 10 tips on how to beautify your home or office. Okay, check it out. It's great. Join the email list so I can, reach you guys outside of YouTube. Okay, so that's the goal right here, right? But today's subject, I think, is very important because we are coming up on the holiday season, and a lot of people take stuff for granted, right? They take safety for granted, and I figure, you know, at least every 4 lives, I should be talking about safety because I see what happens out there. I work in the trades myself, and I see things happen all the time, even to myself, even minor things. But there's, you take things for granted, you're not thinking, and next thing you know, you're injured, okay, or even worse, you could really end up seriously injured or losing your life. And that's no different when you're talking about the holiday season, right? Everybody's in a festive mood. Everybody wants to, you know, party and all this stuff, and they're not thinking about safety. And believe it or not, a lot of things happen every year during the holiday season. Did you know that 50,000 car accidents happen every year because of Christmas trees? That's crazy, isn't it? 50,000 car accidents because people don't secure Christmas trees properly on their cars. So they fall off and cause accidents. That's a lot of accidents. Okay. So that, on top of just things that happen in your home during the Christmas season. I'm not talking about New Year's. That's a whole other thing, or Thanksgiving, right? but we're going to get into some of those safety concerns when it comes to these holidays, right? Because you got to be really careful and take care of yourself. So let's dive right into it. I know I'm rambling, so I want to dive right into it, guys. So I just said like 50,000 car accidents happen because of unsecured Christmas trees, right? That just, I mean, that's kind of astounding, right? At least as far as deaths per year, I think it's maybe around two or three deaths per year because of Christmas trees, right? They go up in flames or something like that, and people not looking at the lights and making sure that they're not near flammable materials. But let's go down a list. I'm going to read a list to you guys. I did my research on this, and I really want to give it to you guys right here. So let me jump into that right now. Okay, let's see here. All right, let's talk about let's talk about cooking. Let's talk about cooking, right? Never leave your food unattended when you're cooking, especially during the holiday season, because cooking fires happen a lot, right? You leave the stove, you go hang out, you're drinking or whatever, and next thing you know, the food burns up, and that causes a fire, right? And if you're frying your food, right, a lot of people they fry turkeys and stuff like that, and especially deep fry. Deep frying is very popular, but you may want to avoid doing a lot of that because deep frying or using those turkey fryers, they cause a lot of fires, and a lot of people's homes go up in flames as well. All right. You want to make sure that when you're cooking your food, your meat, you want to make sure that it's not undercooked either, right? Because they cause a lot of food poisoning, and you want to read your labels, right? Because a lot of people have allergies and they don't read the labels, and then when they eat something, they get pretty sick. All right. I mean, I had a case of I don't know if it was food poisoning the other day, but I ate something at a restaurant, and I don't know what it was, but it just came right out. It came right out, and it was I hardly do that, but I don't know what I ate. But yeah, just be careful. Read those labels, right? Read those labels. Don't leave your food unattended. Don't leave the stove on for too long, especially if you have kids running around, right? I remember when I was a kid, I was in the kitchen, and some hot chocolate, I think it fell off a stove or something like that. It fell on top of my head and burnt the side of my head here. All the hair I had on this side was burnt off. Yeah, and I know a friend she got burned severely on her arms and her back and everything because of that. Some similar situation when she was a kid. So you don't want these things to happen to your kids by being neglectful of uh, being in the kitchen and not watching the heat, not watching what you're cooking and all that hot water on the stove and all that stuff, right? Got to be careful, guys. What about candles? Everybody loves candles, right? Candles are nice during the holidays, but a candle could take you out if you're not careful. Candles can take you out, right? So you want to make sure that if you do have candles, what they're sitting in, you want to make sure that they're pretty sturdy, like your candle holders and all that stuff. You want to make sure they're pretty sturdy and they're not some flimsy candle holder. You want to make sure that they're not close to any flammable materials. Okay. You want to make sure you blow them out before they burn all the way down. Sometimes we let candles burn all the way down. And guess what? If you have them in a glass container or some kind of glass candle holder or something like that, if the candle burns all the way down too low, it will break the glass, right? Because it's going to get too hot for the glass, and the glass will explode and break, right? And that can cause a fire right there, right? So you never want to leave your candles really unattended like that, right? So watch candles, okay? Bedrooms and stuff like that, you really don't want to burn them either in there. I know sometimes a lot of people, they like falling asleep with the candles on and all that stuff. Very dangerous, very dangerous. I don't care what time of year it is. You shouldn't do that, right? Because anything can happen. I live on the West Coast, right? We get tremors, we get earthquakes, slight tremors and stuff, shakes and all that stuff. And you wouldn't catch me having a candle lit while I'm asleep, right? Just don't do it, right? It's not safe at all. Yeah. So another thing too is that you may want to leave, like I said, if you have candles lit, and you're around them, right? You don't want them near your Christmas tree or anything like that, especially after the holidays, because a lot of times Christmas trees dry up after the holidays, as you know, if you have a real tree, and they're pretty flammable at that point, right? So you don't want candles around a dead tree in your home either. Okay. Let me see here. All right, Chantel, that's happened to me. My smoke alarm went crazy. Yeah, yeah, I'm telling you, you got to watch for that. Um, that's a good point, also, Chantel. You may want to invest in your smoke alarms. Check your smoke alarms. Make sure they're working properly. You probably want to invest also in a carbon monoxide detector, right? Because appliances, fireplaces, they give off fumes, right? And sometimes we know carbon monoxide is pretty deadly, and so you want to make sure that you have these things in place. You can go to your local hardware store, Home Depot or something, and pick up some carbon monoxide detectors as well, right? So that's a very good point, Chantel. Okay, now let's see what else we're talking about here. I think in the last live, I talked about winterizing your home. So as we know, the holiday season is usually around winter or so, right? The cold weather comes in, all right? And so you can check out that live. It talked about protecting your pipes so they don't burst. You want to drain them. You don't want any water in the pipes. You want to clean your chimney if you got a chimney. Okay, make sure it's clean. It's not clogged up with anything. You should at least clean a chimney at least once a year. Um, you want to make sure that all the weather stripping and all the sealing is around your doors and windows are in good working order, because you don't want heat getting out, you don't want cold air getting in, so you want to check all of that stuff. So yeah, stuff like that you got to check out. And when you're talking about Christmas trees, you got lights on your Christmas tree, right? That's just like you look in the back in the image there. Yeah, those lights look pretty, but they can be pretty deadly, right? If you're not paying attention. Okay, you can get a short. You can get a short in the wire. Something can happen, and cause a fire. And next thing you know, Christmas tree goes up, house goes up in flames, and that's not good at all. So you want to keep your trees away from any kind of heat sources, like if you got a space heater or a radiator or something like that, or even a fireplace. Keep your Christmas tree away from the fireplace. Right? I see a lot of pictures of people with their Christmas trees right next to the fireplace. No, not a good idea. Okay, not a good idea at all. So keep your tree away from your fireplace, and all that. Okay. Another thing about Christmas trees is you may want to spray it with water, right? You want to keep it kind of damp, right, in case uh, some flames do come up from something, right? So it won't be easily ignitable. You want to keep it in water, which is also a good idea, and maybe spray it a little bit, right? And so once your Christmas after the holidays, once the Christmas tree is has done its job. I know a lot of people like to keep their Christmas trees like weeks after the holiday season, after Christmas or whatever. And but you really should get rid of it, right? You really should get rid of it as soon as possible, because, like I said, a Christmas tree can dry out, become very flammable, right? So don't take that risk, okay? You may even want to consider like getting a fake Christmas tree, right? It's less flammable. Um, you can even get fake candles as well. I know, yeah, it's not exactly as authentic as you may want it to be, but if you're a stickler for safety like I am, then it's not such a bad idea. Okay. See here. Claudette, hey Claudette, how you doing? These are great safety tips. When I'm in the kitchen getting down, I prefer to have no one in my way, especially the dog, who's always in the way. Yeah, that's right. That's right, guys. Those animals, man. You talk about kids, but those animals can especially in your kitchen, if you're cooking or even around a Christmas tree, you got an animal running around that doesn't care about Christmas. It doesn't, it just wants to eat or it wants to play. It's very active. that animal can knock down your Christmas tree. It can, drag the lights off of it, or if it's in the kitchen, it could knock down a hot pot or something like that. So yeah, animals are not really good to have in the house when you have that stuff going on, right? Um, I know people love their animals. Some people love animals more than they love people. I get it. That's just that's just how it is. But yeah, watch those animals. Okay, they can be they can be pretty a risk. Okay, they can be a health hazard when it comes to certain things. Okay, so you may want to put your animal in a designated room where it doesn't have anything it can knock down or tear up or anything like that, or cause fires or anything like that. Very Good Life Note says check your light strand wires. Absolutely. Actually, those Christmas tree lights can actually shock you if you're not careful, right? So you want to look for any frayed. If a lot of people they save their old Christmas tree decorations and wires and lights from years ago, right? But you may want to at some point replace them, or at least check them out to see if they're in good working order. That the wire is not frayed. It's not any openings in the insulation there or anything like that. Okay, before you throw them on that tree. All right. Um, yeah, it's so many different things you have to look for during the holidays, especially Thanksgiving, right? Thanksgiving, doing a lot of cooking as well, right? So you want to make sure your appliances are in good working order too. And like I said, you know, don't leave your stove alone or anything like that, because um, it can cause hazards as well. All right. All right, guys. What else can we talk about in terms of holiday safety? We talked about candles. We talked about carbon monoxide detectors. We talked about smoke alarms. You got to have your smoke alarms. Make sure your batteries are in them. Get some fresh batteries for those smoke alarms, guys. Okay. Um, you guys got any tips? Any more tips when it comes to holiday safety? Well, here's some more. When you're decorating your tree, this doesn't necessarily have to do with fires or anything like that, but a lot of people, they like to buy these tall Christmas trees, or if it's a shorter person and they like to decorate, they get a ladder or something to climb up there and decorate their tree. But you got to be careful. You got to know ladder safety, right? You want to get the right ladder, right? You don't want to get a flimsy ladder. You want to get something that's sturdy, or at least have somebody holding the ladder for you, right? A lot of people, they get seriously injured by falling off ladders every year. Yes, even during the holidays. Okay. So if you're going to do that, make sure you're safe about that. Okay. Um, you don't necessarily want to have your Christmas lights burning all night. You go to sleep with the Christmas lights on. Turn them off, right? It ain't that serious, right? I know you want people to look at your Christmas lights through the window when they drive by, and you want them to look at all the Christmas decorations on your lawn, on your hedges, and all that stuff, right? Turn those things off. I know they're meant to be seen at night, but at least don't go to sleep with them on, right? When you go to bed, shut them off. You can turn them on the next night. Okay. And like I said, you got animals run, especially if you live in an area where there's a lot of animals running around, wild animals. They'll pull that stuff off, and who knows what could happen. Right. All right. Claudette says we must be mindful of poinsettia plants, especially around animals. They can be poisonous. Interesting, Claudette. Poinsettia. Did anybody know that poinsettia plants can be um, poisonous? I did not know that. Are they harmful, Claudette, to humans? How harmful are poinsettia plants? And what do they look like? Do they look like hibiscus? Like, I think points. I don't know what they look like. Poinsettias. I have to look that up. Very interesting. Good tip there, Claudette. Perigold Life Notes. Keep wrapping paper as you open gifts in a designated area away from lights, candles, and fireplace. Oh, that's a great point there, Perigold Life Notes. See, that's why I love talking to you guys on the live. You guys give so much good information, so much great tips I didn't even think about or even come up in my research, right? Who would think of that? Yeah. Wrapping paper, that's so obvious, right? Keep your wrapping paper in a safe place, right? Sometimes after wrapping all these gifts or tearing wrapping paper off the gifts. You just, toss it aside, and you might be throwing it by a candle somewhere or something like that. The candle's about to drip, wax or something on it or something. There's so many different things that can happen, and I hate to be so morbid about it, but it's, you got to look. Life is, hey, that's part of life. You got to look at those things as well, right? Yeah, but that's a very good tip. That's a very good tip, Perry Go Life Notes. Keep your wrapping paper in a designated area, away from anything flammable. Right? Claudette says, I believe just the animals. Okay. They are typical red holiday plants you see everywhere this time of year. Okay. All right. Claudette, are you I think Claudette's in the floral business. I think yeah, she's a florist. Claudette, type in your business in the chat so everybody can know that she's she's a very skilled and expert florist. She does funerals, she does weddings, she does all that stuff. Okay, so type that in the chat. Type your website in the chat, your business in the chat, Claudette. Let us know what you do, and that goes for everybody. Okay, if you got something going on, I'm willing to share it with the audience and let everybody know. Okay, what you got going on. I don't have a problem with that. You guys come in there, support me, I support you. Simple as that. Claudia says toxic to dogs, cats, and horses. Dang. All right, I feel for the horses. Perigo Life No says, you say the tips much better than us. Well, I'm the one. Hey, you guys are helping me out, and I love that. Waffle 2 did not know about poinsettia plants being dangerous to pets. Did not even know how to spell it. Yeah. That's. I didn't know either. Right? All I know about is poison ivy. That's the only poison plant I know about. I know they got a lot of poisonous stuff out there, but I didn't know poinsettia. I never heard that about that plant. Well, I guess it's not as harmless as we thought. Very good. Light says, Claudette, waiting for the pictures of your patio. Yeah, Claudette, send us the pictures of your patio or your matter of fact, send us some pictures of your floral creations. If you want, send us pictures of that. Okay. Yeah. Very interesting, guys. So yeah, it's all about safety, guys. It's all about safety during the holidays. Once again, Thanksgiving, it's all, you're cooking a lot, right? So it's mostly about kitchen safety. You don't have but with Christmas, is you're cooking and you got kitchen safety, and then you have everything else safety. You have lights strung all around your yard, wires and lights all up in your home, so it's like triple the risk with Christmas. Okay. Electrical fires happen all the time, and they're hard to put out sometimes, electrical fires. Okay. So yeah, guys, I appreciate all the information you guys are giving each other, giving me, all that good stuff. Yeah. Once again, with we got New Year's coming up. We got fireworks, right? That's a whole other ball game there. Yeah, guys. So let's see what else we gotta be careful of here. Yeah, guys, you might want to install a security system, right? As well. If you don't already, if you might want to think about it, you might want to install some cameras around your home as well, so you can keep, let's just say you're not home, right? And you're keeping an eye on your home. You may even have the lights on, Christmas lights on, and you're not home. You went out to party and you kept the lights on. I think today they have it where you can look on your phone. You could they have apps or whatever. You can type it in and type in your code or whatever, and you can see your home from the phone to see what's going on. So that doesn't hurt either, right? To install a security system, a camera system to keep an eye on what's going on at your house during the holidays. right? Because people that want to break in your home, they don't care what time of year it is. so it's always that's always a good idea as well, right? A system that gives you real time updates, you know, alerts or anything like that, or some kind of alarm system to keep you alert, right? You don't If you live in a colder area, you don't want to let the snow build up, like in your driveway or anything like that. You want to if you're a person that doesn't, you're kind of incapacitated when it comes to shoveling snow. They have services for that. They got people in those areas that's their business, to come and shovel snow and clear snow away from your area. Okay, you can hire those people, right? All right. Let's see here. Yep. All right. So, yeah, we talked about decorations. And they do have decorations that are flame resistant and flame retardant. That technology is pretty useful during the holidays, right? You can buy those to decorate your home, right? You don't have to get just any old decorations. You can buy something that will repel any kind of fire or flame. They have those out there as well if you want to go extra with it. Okay. Some lights that you buy, they're meant for indoor use, and some only for outdoor use as well, right? So you want any kind of Christmas lights or anything you buy, make sure that you have, you read the directions, you look at what it is and make sure what it's for. Okay. So you don't use the wrong lights for the wrong environment. Okay. And you don't want to use, if you're putting up your lights around your home, Christmas lights, people put around the border of their home and stuff like that on the outside. You don't want to use nails, okay? Because sometimes you're tapping those nails and then you can actually damage the cord, right? You can damage the cord, and that can cause a short or sparks or anything later, right? And that can cause a fire as well. So you want to use some kind of clip, maybe a plastic clip or something like that, to clip your lights up, okay? Little things like that. It's always the little things that make the biggest differences, okay? If you got smokers coming to your home, right? People like to smoke. Everybody, uh, ask them to smoke outside, right? Don't have them smoking in your home. I mean, I know everybody's not going to follow that advice, but hey, I'm just telling you. And if they do smoke in your home, have some ashtrays around, right? So they at least put the butts of the cigarette out, okay? And if you got kids, tell them to keep the smoke away from the kids or something like that. You know, yeah. So just make sure you have those ashtrays. Maybe put a little water in the ashtray so the cigarette can go out immediately when they put them in the ashtray. Um, if it's like, say, Fourth of July or New Year's Eve or something like that, just make sure that you handle your fireworks uh, with care. We all hear about people getting injured from fireworks, right? So you don't want to be one of those, right? Okay. Cargo Life Note says standing snow or water on the sidewalks could cause electrical shocks with Christmas lights or live ornaments. Yeah, that's very true. Didn't think of that one. Yeah, it's all these little things, guys. Like, you can do all the research you want, but sometimes, it's just common sense, right? You don't want anything electrical by water or anything like that, right? You want to stay away from that. Stay away from water, right? But you may want to keep your Christmas tree in water as well, right? Which is kind of contradicting myself, but um, if that thing catches fire, you want it to be like, you want that fire to go out as soon as possible. Okay. Claudette says, I read that unattended cooking is the leading cause of home fires during the holiday season. Yeah, you're absolutely right. That's one of the biggest causes of home fires. Um, Leaving stuff on the stove too long. How many of us have burnt our own food, right? Cooking it, or leaving it in the oven too long or something like that, or just being distracted by something else, and next thing you know, the food burned up, right? Claudia says, I just thought of a good one. Old school space heaters. Yeah, I've heard fires can happen easily. We had one going up and my mom would never let us close. Huh. Yeah, those space heaters, man. Any kind of appliances, radiators, space heaters. They we need them like when it's too cold, but they're risk. Everything has its own risk, right? Even a portable AC can explode. Anything like that. So you got to keep an eye on those things as well. Definitely got to keep an eye on those things. I would even suggest having a fire extinguisher in your home. To be honest, you know, I mean, where I work in a fabrication shop / welding shop, and I had to put out a few fires with a fire extinguisher. So it's nothing wrong with having a fire extinguisher around just in case these things happen, right? If you don't have, because it takes a long time to get a bucket of water full enough to put out a fire. But if you have a fire extinguisher sitting around somewhere close by, then you can just go ahead and handle business. Paragould Life Notes. Tree just needs moisture. It does not need to be in a lot of water. Okay, thank you for that, Paragould Life Notes. Yeah, that's pretty much what I was getting at. I think in the research it says something about water, but yeah, you don't have to have a whole pail of sitting in a pail of water. That doesn't make sense, but it definitely does need moisture. Mm. Chantel, there are fire blanks now. Did you mean blankets? Fire blankets? Is that what you mean? I'm not too sure what you mean, Chantel. Please clarify. Let us know what fire blanks are. Uh, elaborate on that. Thank you very much. Yeah, yeah, guys. So it's pretty much common sense, guys. Things happen during the holiday season all the time, and we need to be prepared for that. We need to be prepared for that. Let's see here. Yeah, it says Christmas tree fires occur every year. About around 200 Christmas tree fires occur every year. Doesn't sound like a lot, but it's not a small number. It's not a small number. So that lets you know that um, these things do happen. These do they do happen. Okay. Let me see here. Any other safety tips you guys can think of? You guys came up with some pretty good ones. I'll tell you that. Very good life notes, Claudette. You guys came up with some pretty good ones. I give that to you. Actually, it says Thanksgiving is the peak day for home cooking fires, just like Claudette says, followed by Christmas Day and Christmas Eve. Yep. Here's some more common Christmas injuries. It says electric shocks. Christmas lights are one of the main causes of electrical shocks. Okay. Christmas trees can cause, if they fall. Yeah, I didn't even talk about this. Sometimes Christmas trees, if they're not secured properly, right, they can fall over. They can fall over and cause all kind of havoc, right? Especially it has a lot of wires, lights on it, and stuff like that. Not to mention that a Christmas tree can actually hurt you, especially if you have a small child or a small animal. Uh, it can cut you up. It can really hurt you, and so you got to be careful with how you secure, how you buy a sturdy stand or something. Have it really secured sturdily at the base. Okay, so none of that stuff happens. Okay. Let's see. All right. Blankets. Chantel says she just fire blankets. Yeah. So Chantel, fire blankets. I'm assuming that's something a type of flame retardant blanket you can throw over a fire, right? Yeah. Just in case you don't have a fire extinguisher, you can have some fire blankets on hand. Or like say, just somebody gets, there's somebody's on fire, right? Their clothes are on fire. You can just throw that over them, because I don't know how safe it is to use a fire extinguisher on a person, right? That's like, I know it happens, but to inhale all of that stuff, that's not healthy at all. Okay, thanks for confirming that, Chantel. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, guys, I appreciate you guys coming on. It's not gonna be too long of a live. But like I said, I like talking about safety. That's very important. Safety before everything. Every other week or so, something happens to me, like at the shop. I get cut, nicked, all this stuff. So I try to harp on the safety first because it's very important, right? Very important in whatever you do, whatever industry you're in. Okay. All right. So guys, I appreciate you guys coming on. It's not going to be too long tonight. Thank you very much. I hope you got something out of this. Don't forget to go to calibrate.com, sign up for the email list, get your 10 tips, 10 free DIY tips to beautify your home. Okay, we got some good tips for you. It's free. Go over there, sign up for the email list, and go get that. And check out some of the products we have over there as well. Okay, we got some good products for you: DIY products, tool kits, picture hanging tools, roadside safety kits. Oh yeah, that's another one. Holiday season's got a lot of people traveling, and you want to make sure you're traveling safety. When anything happens, you want to have something to maybe help. If your car stalls or something, you want to have a roadside ready kit with all the essentials in it. We have that at calibrate.com. Go to calibrate.com, grab one, and help support the channel as well. So hey, guys, appreciate every one of you coming on. Chantel, Perry Girl Life Notes, Claudette. Guys, thanks for supporting the Waffle too. Appreciate everybody coming on here supporting the channel every Tuesday. Love you guys. See you guys next time.